Well, I haven't put out a video for a while, so I thought this was a good opportunity, as good as any at least, because I was having an issue with my bike. I bought a fat bike over the winter. Didn't have a great winter, didn't get out on trails a lot. Rained, it was really icy. I took it out for a few spins just around the neighborhood, around the lakes, across the lake, and immediately fell, landed weird, tore my MCL. And that, I finished the ride out, whatever, kind of laid me up for about 6 weeks. Not laid me up, but I wasn't really riding, I wasn't getting out, I wasn't doing trail riding. I was still able to pedal, so I could do some basic riding, some basic spins. I could still lift a little bit, and do some range of motion, body weight exercises, and that kind of stuff. But I wasn't doing a lot of backpacking or things where I would kind of risk twisting that a little bit more, maybe making it worse. So, pretty non-eventful winter for me. I didn't get out and do any winter camping, didn't get out and do too much fat biking, a little bit here and there, but in the meantime, like I said, I've just been kind of hanging out, hitting the weight room a little bit, and now that we're out on the spring, I was kind of looking forward to getting on the trails, and I just started having issues with the seat post, and what was happening was the seat was slowly dropping down as I was riding, either just on the road or on the trail, but it was having to adjust it constantly. I ended up stripping the screw, the bolt, and I stripped that, had it replaced, stripped that one because I was having the same issue, and I don't know, it doesn't take too much torque to strip those things apparently. So it happened again, and then I just went out for my last ride on the trails, and again, it just dropped down, which is okay on the trail, but it's just kind of infuriating that it won't stay up. So anyway, just rode it to the bike shop, had them replace that. Their recommendation, at least for starters, was to get the Salsa clamp on there. They said they've had good luck with those, so we'll see. I've seen, the guys that design those bikes, or at least own the thing, some of the engineers are little skinny guys, but a lot of the Salsa guys I've seen are bigger. So, which is one of the reasons I kind of wanted to go Salsa back when I was shopping for a bike. I ended up finding this Advocate Watchman out of nowhere that I loved and was just a little more comfortable for me than the Salsa Muck-Luck was. So anyway, I went with this bike, which has been great so far, but that little clamp was just starting to drop, and that happened to me on my 2.9er as well, on my old bike, which I still have, but I haven't ridden because the seat would not stay in place while I'm on the trail. So I took that, rode down to the shop, had them replace that, took it for a little spin around the lakes, or around the lake, and just it seemed to stay in place, seemed to work pretty well. I couldn't get it on a trail or anything, but it seemed to hold up for just like maybe like 3 miles or something that I did, 3.5. Seemed to hold up pretty well. I tried to get on some grass, go up some hills, over some stumps, that kind of stuff, to over some curbs, that kind of thing, just to kind of get a little simulation of trail riding. But we're gonna see how this holds. I don't know. I think I'm going camping this weekend, so I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to ride bikes, but I know for sure the trails aren't open up where we're going. But there's a bike trail, paved bike trail, that I might do some road biking on or something. We'll see how that goes. But if it holds on the trail, then I'm going to probably replace that on my 2.9er as well. I mean, it's a $23 fix, so it's not, going to put me out too much. I was kind of worried I was going to have to go spend another couple hundred. Every time I seem to need something done, it's a couple $100 on these things. So when you got a lot of bikes, it starts to add up pretty quick. But yeah, this was just another little issue I kind of have, and it's just all kind of based on my weight and my size. I don't know, outdoor industry, that's kind of one of the reasons I'm doing this YouTube channel, is because I seem to run into things that other people don't run into, whether it's sizing issues or just how generally how stuff holds up. I seem to run into stuff other people don't deal with, and I know the bike mechanics there, I could just see the looks on their face sometimes when I'm in there, and I'm having issues that I don't think they've ever seen before. So I don't know. I don't think it's just me, but it's definitely just me and my circle of people. So with that said, got some clips of what we did, the before and after, and just doing a short little video. Hopefully, kind of get back on track with these things now that I'm back on my feet a little bit more and able to kind of supposedly fully healed now, despite some stiffness here and there. But deadlifts are holding, squats are holding, biking, trail riding, all that kind of stuff is held up pretty well. So hopefully we're good to go here, and I can start putting out some more videos. All right, so I have a new little problem here on my Advocate Watchman. The seat post, I'm having a little issue with this clamp. The clamp is not holding the seat post in place while I ride. As I'm riding, the seat post is slowly riding down. I would say it's usually about this much higher up. The last ride I did was a trail ride, and it just slid right back down. I've actually stripped the bolt here. This is the second bolt I've stripped. I brought it into the shop and had them put a new bolt in and get the old one out after I tried adjusting it on the trail. One of the reasons I hate bolts versus quick releases also was looking into a dropper post, but they said that's not actually going to fix the issue. So we're going for maybe, I think their fix they recommended, got a little cut on little banged my thumb there a little bit, but there is a salsa clip. Their recommendation was a salsa clip here, and then those have been pretty bomb-proof. They haven't really had too many problems with those. So I'm going to bring this down to the shop, have them, there's the strip bolt, have them replace that for me and get this bolt out of here. And as far as the bolts go, they're really soft. I think they're just really made out of soft metal. I'm not putting a lot of torque on this, I don't believe. Certainly not enough that it should strip out. I think they're trying to keep you from over tightening and maybe pinching the tube head there, but I'm a little disappointed in that. For the amount I paid for the bike, I'm 6'5" and about 300 plus, give or take. And it really, I don't think it should be that big of a deal. I do put maybe some aggressive forces on it as I'm riding the bike, but it doesn't seem like that really should be an issue for this bike. Again, for the cost of the bike, it seems like the seat post should stay up. These fat bikes are kind of ideal for bigger guys. I'm definitely not the biggest guy I've seen out on bikes, and I'm kind of irritated with this a little bit. So we're gonna go see if that fixes it. If it does, that means I can kind of fix my the latest iteration of my 2.9er as well, because that was an issue I was having with that. I've got basically a brand new setup on that bike, new frame and everything, and I just hate the color, so I haven't been riding it. But the seat post issue, when I took it out, that's what prompted a new bike purchase in general. So we're going to take this out and see if we can get this fixed. All right, here's the finished product. This is the salsa clamp. And so we've got that fixed, got this more kind of at my at least road height. As you can see, there's a lot more seat posts showing here. And this seems to have fixed the problem. I took it for a little test ride around the lake, and it didn't drop down. The last time I rode this, it definitely dropped down within the first quarter mile. I definitely could notice it. So haven't brought this on any trails yet. We're going to see how this holds up, and if it does stay in place here and I don't manage to not strip this bolt out again, adjusting the seat for the trail, I'm probably going to get another one of these for my 2.9er and see if that fixes the problem on that bike. That would definitely would like to get that up and running and be able to take that out on the trail again, just to kind of see where I'm at on the 2.9er as well. So anyway, that's that. This is the salsa clamp. We're gonna see how that works.